Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to, I believe it's the 5th. Yes, it's the 5th of February 2025, and you've reached the comments video. But we always start out with the weather. And today, Wednesday the 5th, I'm looking at winds, very mild. Thursday is the day we get up 13 miles per hour in the mid-afternoon, so watch your awnings tomorrow. And little bit slightly more breezy on Friday. Watch your awnings, but it shouldn't be terribly uncomfortable. And then going all the way out until Wednesday the 12th, a week from now. The 12th, we get those up to 14 mile per hour winds for just a couple hours. And then the next day we're back down to normal, like 9 mile per hour and less wind. So that's good. That's all pretty good. We have a high of 78 today to low of 53. And we settle in for low 70s over the next 10 days or so. And overnight lows 45 to 50. Can't ask for much better than that. So I say we get into the comments. Yay. Typical life as a full-time nomad was a long-form video, and Christina Lena says hopefully they will offer a discounted rate for seniors. And she was referring to the increased rate in the LTVA rates for next year. And I answered, I said that would be nice, but what I didn't say is I don't know how practical that is, because that is probably a majority proportion of the people staying out here would be considered seniors. Maybe not, maybe there are a lot more under 65 who we consider 65 the cutoff. Not sure. Like for parks, the seniors considered, national parks is considered 62. So it would, a lot of people would get a discount. I'm not against it. Discount, I'll take them all day long. Free groceries. Ken Gray says that was a positive news story about a woman in Australia that would get her groceries from behind grocery stores for free. Ken Gray says dumpster diving is a time-honored tradition. I think it's a very positive thing. Here in this part of the state, stores and restaurants are not allowed to just toss the food. It has to be returned for disposal. Ken says the camera stabilization is so good, I thought it was a drone for flying at first. And let's see, Naj says, hey Rob, regards to the dust on your favorite blue jacket, try using a lint brush and might help to take the dust off. Just a thought. Yeah, I'll give that a try next time I get more dust on my blue jacket. Let's see, Ken, Naj, Ken again. Ken Gray, I won't argue that pets are the same as children. They're not. I love my dog, but my dog is not a human being child. But doing discount food for kids or pets, in my opinion, shortens their lives. Pay the extra for good food for your fur babies, and they should be around for a few more years to come. It's a good thing. Yeah, I spent a lot of money feeding Dottie. And I'm measuring particularly this week because I stocked up yesterday on the hamburger for her and the vegetables. And obviously the biggest cost is the hamburger. I'm buying $33 it cost me for 5 pounds. And we're going to see I'm hoping, I think it's going to last 2 weeks. So that means I'm spending, $75 a month. It's a lot of money, but my Dottie is worth it. RV Life says, happy day today. Glad to see the mass is gone. Ken Gray says, glad Deborah has working solar again. Ken says, I honestly cannot understand why people are worried about your looking professional. You're a real person showing real life. Real isn't perfect. And yeah, there was somebody that accused me of being unprofessional on camera because I had dog hair on my shirt every day. And he and his wife were offended by that. Just so you know, I'm not a professional. I'm a retired guy with a camera and some extra time. That's all. I'm not a professional. I'm a professional at maybe other things, but doing this, it's not a profession, it's a hobby. Lighten up. Chuck Brewington may have to go to Parker for a MRI CAT scan prior to surgery. Good luck. So Chuck is saying what I need to have before my surgery and where they'll send me to do it. So be interesting to see if Chuck's right. And he also says those aren't terrible prices for hamburger. James P. I'd have to be in my birthday suit. No one wants to see that if you don't want to see dog hair on my clothing right now. He's starting to lose his winter coat, so things are really getting hairy around here. Tell me about it. Robert Baller says, hey, Rob, welcome to the club. The Medicare resort is packed full of rides and amenities for all of us special senior citizens. We've been in Medicare now for several years, and for the most part, it's been good. You're wise to stay on top of your hip issues, and we need you to be happy and healthy and to do those great videos. Don't worry if you have a question on what to do. Dottie and George will help you out. Yeah, somebody the other day just said Medicare sucks, and I just blocked them. I mean, that's ridiculous. If you want to say, hey, I had a really hard time with Medicare, this is the bare bones of what happened to me, watch out for that, hey, that's welcome. But just bad mouthing Medicare, no bueno. And Nancy, Nancy Lowe had done a quote yesterday about how a woman was, quote, it was a little parable. I don't really want to go into it. It still doesn't make any sense to me. So if you forgive me, Nancy, I'm going to skip over that. I want to go over that story again. So I apologize for not reading it, but I don't think it would be a great thing here. Didi Cornell, hi, Rob, Dottie, and George. And I'm replied back, hello, Chris and 2 Shih Tzus. You are such a good friend to everyone in your tribe. All of you, Deb, Frugal, Pop Camper, along with all that I missed, are wonderful folks. None of you know me, but I think the world of you all. Pete Diaz says, love the meat selection at Coyote Fresh, and there's a big, beautiful saguaro cactus behind the store that is amazing that I noticed by accident. I haven't noticed. I'm going to look next time I'm there. Katie Hoke, to the person complaining Rob's not looking professional, think about this. Would you never go up to your doctor and say, I don't like your shirt today so I'm not going to see you? Why? Because that would be rude. So why should you feel like you can get away with it online? I think that's a good point. Certainly if your physician had an exam and they had dog hair all over their shirt, that would probably be an issue. I would say, hey, that's a legitimate being in your presence, and like especially a medical thing, and you got dog hair all over you. No doctor, I think, would do that. But this is virtual. I'm not harming anyone. No one can breathe in any of these hairs on the shirt. But her point was, more generically, if you didn't like what your doctor's wearing, would you stop seeing him? Or would you say something to him? And that's the real point. It's rude. It's impolite. Well, more than, I guess societal norms decide what's rude or not. But I think I'm good at deciding when things are unkind. And it was unkind of what that couple had to say to me. Lisa Ross says, you sure did have a busy day. We all figured the best we could do would be stay out of the way. That's when Deborah and Frugal came here and we worked half the day on fixing up her battery situation. Free groceries, positive news video. Lisa says, what's on her counter? There seems to be clean and some is packaged. I don't see a problem with it. I know there are some restaurants who offer leftover food to the homeless, and I feel it's much better use for it than throwing it out. What we really are, number 326 positive news, and Topaz Farmer Travels gives me a big old heart on that one. A typical day in life as a nomad. Mario Fuentes says, Rob, great video, good Samaritan helping your neighbor in her solar repair. Great, beautiful blue skies. Let's see. Michelle Lee, is there a pet limit? Because both me and my boyfriend have 2 small dogs each and we want to go camping there. I've never seen anything that says there's a pet limit, and I've seen people with plenty of dogs, so I don't think you're going to have a problem there. And I think, holy mackerel, okay, that has to be the shortest comment video ever. Well, let's just make sure there isn't some, let's see, some held ones. No held videos. And those would have been, who knows. Sometimes the held videos are when people say really nasty things. Sometimes they're held by YouTube and I can't tell why, and I just approve them. So today, what do we have today? What's coming down the pike today? We have a positive news video that I just did on a new medication for pain that operates outside the brain and spinal cord. It does its blocking of pain receptors outside the brain and spinal cord, meaning they can't, by definition, they cannot be addictive. So it's an alternative to opioids. Pretty exciting stuff. We also have, I'm calling it Desert Walk and Town Visit. It's just another day in the life video from this, the day in the life of a nomad video from this video, from this nomad. Not this video, this nomad, day in the life, typical day. We went for a walk and we went for a ride. Right, Dottie? Dottie, you got that? You're good? All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey, less than a 12-minute comment video. Wow.